Hey fellow explorers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 73, Buying the Map. So the first thing I want to do at the start of the stream is to, as you can see above my head, prepare for armor smithing. And I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. So, the steel that we're gonna get, right, because it's gonna be blister steel, we are gonna have 16 ingots. So this is about 2/3 done, and I was planning on making chainmail. So if we take a look at chainmail, each copper chain requires 2 ingots. So the body armor is going to be too expensive for the first batch of steel that we make, right? Because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24. We're getting 16. We won't have enough for 24. So it doesn't really make sense to make the chest piece, the chainmail chest piece. I'm looking at the copper one, but the steel is the same recipe. So steel chain, as you can see, same recipe in the same amounts. So instead, we could either make the helmet, which is 2, 4, 6 chain out of the 16 ingots that we get, or we could make pants, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can't do both because, you know, I won't have 18 steel. Now, there is one reason, perhaps, to do the helmet over the pants, even though I can afford the pants, and it's that even if I don't make the pants, I could at least make the jerkin, so that once I have steel, I can have a steel helmet and a leather jerkin, which is tier 1 armor. Not great, but certainly better than naked. Tier 1 armor for chest and pants out of the jerkin. Or I could opt to make the pants anyway and just go without a helmet or get some substitute helmet, something or another. So that's what I wanted to pull you guys on right now, is whether I make the helmet or the pants. I want to make one of them, but what specifically is up to you. And regardless, I'm going to be making the jerkins now as well. I'm not really sure why I haven't made the jerkin before. Like, I could have. There's really nothing that's stopping me. And in a minute here, we are going to be able to, because our fuel's almost out, switch over from charcoal to anthracite. And then I won't have to continually make anthracite, or rather charcoal, to keep the everything running. And thank you for all the love. Dead Dodo, Bloody Death, Kellyan, Portapane, Glitch. Welcome, welcome. Where did I put... Oh, my leather's in the box upstairs, isn't it? And you'll have to excuse me, I'm running on an insufficient amount of sleep, so if I seem like I'm haphazardly wandering around my base, you are correct, absolutely. So with the leather that we've got, we want to... So the prerequisite for chainmail, again, right? Steel, chain, mail, for the body armor is a body leather jerkin, which is different than like body leather armor and stuff like that. So we need to make sure that we're making the right thing. And I can wear these even before I get the steel. There's really no disadvantage to that. And here are the pants. So now at least I have some tier 1 armor. Which, you know, would have helped against all the, like, the surface dwellers and the like that have been messing with me. I do have plenty of leather left over. So the thinking was, maybe making a leather helmet or something like that. You know, because out of the leather, we can make... Leather body armor, of course, is more expensive than the jerkin. It's higher flat damage protection. But the reason I didn't do that is the jerkin is the prerequisite for the chainmail, so I didn't want to waste leather on temporary armor that I was not going to use very long. Same with the legs. But the helmet, I could just go ahead and make, because I have plenty of leather left over. And that offers a little bit more protection to my head, so that my full body is tier 1 now. And that should help. So it does look like you guys want me to spring for the pants. And if you're wondering, and I believe these are still the damage numbers, whenever you get hit, there's not exactly positional damage. It is 10% of the times you get hit goes to your head, 50% to your chest, and 40% to your leg. So that's the breakdown, in other words. So the pants do cover my body 4 times more than the helmet does. Yeah, it's a pretty reasonable little upgrade, and of course it goes underneath my insulated clothing, so it doesn't really... it's not going to make me hot or anything like that. In terms of wind power, one of the things I wanted to do is to hammer out some additional iron for the 3rd batch. So for an entire set of chainmail, let's go back to this. The helmet, the chest, and the legs come out to 40 ingots. And each batch in the refractory furnace is 16. So I will need 3 batches total. And then, of course, probably at least 2 ingots dedicated towards... 1 towards a pick and 1 towards a falx. I likely won't need more than that. So pick, falx, and then armor. In terms of... what did I do to my shield just now? Yeah, let's put that back on. In terms of shields, the steel stuff would just increase durability, but like a fully metal shield offers the same protection no matter what the material. The only advantage to steel is it's just higher durability, but as long as I'm not worried about durability, it doesn't really matter. And I am not really worried about durability. I'm not likely to break my shields frequently enough for that to be a concern. Where'd my angled gear go? Oh, it's right here. Like I said, woefully underslept. So now is probably not the right time, given the speed of this health hammer, to hammer out any of the additional iron. But what I wanted to do is hang out around the base until the coal... Oh, it already burned down. Perfect. So let's replace the charcoal with black coal. And it actually sounds like the wind just picked up. And then I'll... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, I can add coal to it later. Then what we could do is... I was planning on trying to find a treasure hunter trader. Because a lot of everything else is... We're pretty well supplied, right? Like, we have all the supplies that we need. But I don't know where any of the endgame content is. And the only way to find that is to find a treasure hunt trader. So that was my intended next step. Before I do that, I might want to... Oh, Razzle, thank you for the raid. Welcome. You were playing a game called The Quarry. I don't know it. But welcome to you and your raiders. Pleasure to have you here. I'm curious how you found me. And tell me all about the game you were playing. That sounds... I love to hear about new games. So what I was about to say is I wanted to check up on the farm. Not that I think there's a lot of farming for me to do. But before I leave the base for an extended period of time, it would be nice to make sure that there's no steps for me to do. Ah, it's a spooky game. Yeah, I don't play horror games for the most part. So doesn't surprise me that I hadn't heard of it. For whatever reason, just... Horror doesn't affect me. Jump scares, of course, do. I mean, no one's really immune to jump scares. But yeah, that's a genre I don't dally with much. The trader right next to your spawn point was a treasure hunt trader? That's lucky. I've gotten lucky like that my last series, but not this one. Alright, so it seems to me like none of the plants in here are ripe. They're also not suffering from a cold snap other than the onions, but that's no surprise at all. Alright, there's only 2% of a serving on this meal. Cool. Now we're all mealed up. Of course, we still have the unfired refractor bricks that are firing up, and then we do have the charcoal. Yet another batch of charcoal that we needed being fired right now in the charcoal pit. But I think, apart from those, like, side tasks, we are pretty much all set up. So, even though it's nighttime... Yeah, it's still being fired. Even though it's nighttime, I think what I want to do is to go check out the traders down this way that I have not yet made contact with, in the hopes that I happen upon a treasure hunt trader. That's going to be my priority. Can I see from the map where to find borax? No. Borax is almost always underground, so it's not going to have a color like... Ooh, wind's really picking up. It's not going to have a color like bauxite or something would. So there's no shortcut to borax. So updating the priority above my head. Search for a treasure hunt trader. And I intend to take the pick with me, yeah. So I've got, ooh, you know what? My meteoric pick is pretty worn down. I don't suspect I'm gonna, like, use it a lot, searching for a treasure hunt trader. But it might not be a bad idea to take a spare pick, too. Alright. The other thing I might want is poultices. There we go. And then I took my pro pick in case I want to search for, like, chromium or chromite. I mean, I don't really want to. I have very low desire to make sturdy leather stuff. But, it might be a cool thing to show as a mechanic, even if I'm not interested. It's a little weird to be leaving the base at night, like I am, but, I don't know, I feel a little bit more protected that I'm in, like, leather. I have no idea why I waited this long to put together leather jerkin. I, like, could have done that ages ago, but, whatever, at least it's done now, right? So there's a lake... I'm gonna go here first. So I'm gonna turn northeast, cross the lake, and maybe much of the lake is going to be frozen. Time will tell. Yeah, I'm no longer naked, no longer afraid. Now, the thing is, like, most of the animals that are dangerous out here are tier 2 animals, and I'm in tier 1 armor. So there's going to be a slight reduction to damage, but there's still a tier mismatch. Which means I'm really not all that protected. If I wanted to be protected from deer, wolves, boar, you know, I would need at least tier 2 armor. But, hey, one's better than nothing, especially when it comes to, like, random Bowtorn and drifters that are going to be a nuisance. Better than nothing. Your stomach has decided? Well, oh, pleasure to have you here. Happy to have you here. And I'll try to take care of your raiders. And I'll make sure to check out your streams, too. So I appreciate it. I'll drink to that. I hear chickens. A little apple tree or pear tree. I'm not too worried about the fruit trees, given my season. And if you're wondering, it is the 1st of February in game, so we're slightly ahead of IRL time, but not by much. So I can now start heading south. Cool. I am surrounded by horsetail. But I have a big old stack of bandages on me for now. I just want to make more headway. I'm like... I feel like I just heard bees. I'm likely to probably run into some forest critters. I'm going to stick my lantern in my elf hand and run around with the folks. Pet the dogs? Sure thing. He's like, where's my treat? Oh, hi, boar. You know what? I am pretty low on red meat back at the base, so... Although I don't really know why I'm trying to hunt at night in the dark. Especially given that I'm running in the wrong direction. Oh, got you anyway. Ooh, what a cute little tree. Fully vernalized and everything. So how is my progress? I'm nearly as far as I've ever traveled in this direction. You can see some of the, this is where I found tin ore, I guess. But you can see my prospecting markers from before, and I don't think I've gone farther than that. Gotta watch out for those, like, pitfalls. I'm glad that, like, terrain IRL, due to, you know, erosion and stuff, doesn't have, like, vertical mineshaft-like holes. I mean, there's sinkholes every now and then, stuff like that, but not quite the same in real life. Because in Vintage Story, they can be pretty deadly. Anyone that has played knows one misstep and you can be falling like 100 feet to your doom. So what do you guys predict? Are either of these traders going to be treasure hunt? It's also entirely possible that there are other traders around here that I didn't identify on the minimap. So I have a little bit of hope that, like, maybe I stumble upon others as well. Do a Twitch prediction? Sure, why not? Give me a moment. It's been a long time since I did a prediction. Will I find a treasure trader? There you go, predictions up. Oh god. Why am I all the way up here? The terrain around here is, looking at the topography, a little rough. Alright, I think, yeah, I'm way closest to the east one, so I'll go that one first. And being cold and, like, carrying around stuff in my offhand, I am blowing through my food. But I haven't run into any... Oh, yep, definitely a trader. I was right about this one, at least. The problem is, I don't want to check what kind of trader this is until the predictions are in. Because otherwise you could predict after you already know the outcome, which is a little cheese. So, I'm going to sightsee for a moment, just to let the timer up. You know what I could do? I could make good use of my time and prospect. Predictions up for just like 2 minutes. But it's for both of these traders. This one and the other one. Alright, we'll start off here. Actually start down there. Yeah, some some countries have gambling laws that prohibit prediction participation. I mean, I suppose you could use a VPN to get around that, but there's nothing I can do on my end, at least. Poor hematite, poor lignite, poor emerald, tiny bit of lead. What was that noise? Hello? Okay, predictions are in, so let's check it out. Oh, you are already outside? Wait, it's two of them. Wait, what is going on here? So you are an agricultural trader. And you're a treasure hunt trader! Woo! Look at that! 87% of you predicted I'd find this. So, the reason I wanted one of these treasure hunt traders, and let me mark them down. Ag and treasure trader. And you know what? I don't even need to go down there here anymore. I don't really need to pin this. And I'll read this. Know of any interesting places around here? Oh, so here's what he has to trade. Initially, I can buy, like a scroll, cracked vessel, broken gear. You know, it's really, I guess what's cool is like a saddle, if I wanted a saddle blanket for a mount. But here's why I wanted to talk to Roy here. Oh, I keep misclicking. Know of any interesting places? I got something for you. Too dangerous for me, but you might be able to handle it. I can't give away a haul like this for free, though. Bring me a tin bronze pickaxe, and I'll tell you where to find it. Trust me, it'll be worth your while. Here's the pickaxe. I appreciate that, and I'll listen up. I found it a couple weeks back. A massive cavern with a huge figure looming within it. Scared me senseless, so I got out of there real quick. But I could tell you, it's got full of treasure, full of trouble too, no doubt. I'll mark it on your map. If you're going, make sure you're prepared. Okay. So, as a result, I got this map here. Map of the Resonance Archive. And it is way... Actually, it's not that far to the north. Yeah, but it's pretty far. It's significantly farther than I've ever traveled, I think. Once my... let's wait for my map to render or something. It's being... Hey, map! It's like, alright, hold on. Memory loading. I think I was right to make a sailboat, though. I don't really see landmass that lets me walk to the Resonance Archive. That's kind of what I expected, which is why I made the sailboat. So it looks like that will be something we sail to. Looks like a dot matrix printer. Yeah, I can hear it now in my head. Very loud carriage returns. But I'm quite pleased that we found that. And that we have the map now. That is fantastic. I honestly, I had a pit in my stomach that I would need to spend a significant amount of time, like, trying to find one. Which is just... sucks. So, the fact that I'm not going to be on a wild goose chase for Treasure Hunt Trader is phenomenal. The map terrain is a little chunky. Trying to let it load a bit better. I think it's because I just like zoomed all the way out and I'm forcing the game to stuff all of these zones into memory or something. Or worse yet, page files. So, working my way back home. Why do I have two red icons? Oh, right, the farm and the forge. I'm gonna unpin the home farm one, because I don't need two icons. But yeah, finding the Resonance Archive was exactly, honestly, why I was making a set of steel armor. Because as the trader informed me, it isn't safe down there, so I best be prepared. And that's exactly what I'm preparing for. So it's going to be a while for obviously the other steel batches to be ready. It's not inconceivable to me. This will sound a little crazy, but if I really, really, really want to speed up the process, and I don't want to be saying this out loud because I'm going to have like immediate regret voicing this idea, but I could muscle out more flint and build a second refractory furnace adjacent to my original so that I can do 2 batches of steel at once and not have to wait. Because my worry is, I guess, my first batch of steel will be done sometime this stream. That much. Ooh, wow, a really big fruit tree. That much is pretty certain. My worry is that waiting for the second batch of steel, there isn't a lot of like, apart from like maybe scouting out the Resonance Archive, and obviously I'm not going to be able to go very deep into it unarmored. There isn't really a lot for me to do in terms of other prep. So maybe working on cutting down the time to wait for to wait. Oh my god, is this lignite? Oh, it's tin. You know what? I'm gonna be tin mining. Maybe it's worth me to try to build a second refractory furnace so that I can double my throughput in half my time. My only concern about that is it's like not a novel thing to do, right? Like I already built one, so it's not super sexy for you viewers to watch me build another. But you know, sometimes sweat equity is important, I guess. Is that it around here? Hey, Azura, thank you for the cheer. You just finished the archives yourself? And you never watched my earlier stream on it? Well, congrats. I think that's all the tin I'm gonna get out of here. Like, there is a trace amount somewhere. It's funny to just be happening upon tin like that, when I was like, oh man, finding tin was really tricky. But if I want more tin bronze stuff, like another pick, or I don't know why I would make another pick. Oh, what the hell? Stupid. This drifter tried to attack me, fell down, and crushed himself. Noob. What a noob. Alright, seriously, where is this cassiterite? Is it up there? Maybe? I'm gonna need to turn back just for food pretty soon. You know what? I'm done searching for the remaining cassiterite. Yeah, so to answer your question, and Chad already answered, but just to clarify, the order of operations for trying to get an elk is you do the first part of the archive. You do the first Resonance Archive, and then you return to the treasure hunt trader, and then and I don't want to spoil it beyond that, but that's when you go for elk. So the other thing that we could do, because what I will spoil a little bit, is that the elk requires a sizable sum of gears, is once... I could also try to farm gears off of dungeons and mob, you know, rift spawns and the like. So that's an also a possibility to work on instead of making a second refractory furnace. Nice. Normally I would have taken a lot more damage from this sow, but a little bit of armor goes a long way. And this is all meat that I very much need. I feel like I hear bees around here, but oh, whatever. So once I get back to base, or you know what, maybe I can do it now. I'm gonna poll you guys. Should I build a second furnace to speed up steel making? It would mean possibly having to go back to the bauxite site. That's a bit of a tongue twister. And getting some more... oh, we got wool. Oh, we have wolves close. But the time spent might pay for itself if I end up, you know, getting all the batches of steel for the armor I need in half of the time. And it would also give me something to productive to work towards. It is almost daybreak in game. We also have 2 more pieces of brass, 2 more ingots of brass, and if we made another 2 ingots, I would be able to make more torch holders. That's another one of the reasons why I'm down here getting the copper. I mean, I could also make tin bronze, but, you know, figured it might be nice to have some more raw materials when I happen upon it. There's still a little bit of copper left somewhere. And Beck, thanks for the gifted subs. Y'all too kind. And it looks like a second furnace is maybe a good idea. And I don't mind, now that I found the treasure hunter trader, honestly, that is such a weight off my shoulders. What I can do is I can head back to the bauxite area, and this time around I can maybe sail there, because the last time I went there, it took a while, because it was like it was on the coast, but I didn't have the sailboat at the time. Oh, there's more copper here. I don't need this much copper, so I'm just going to mark this down for later. And the other thing I should probably look out for is some additional shells. Especially now that I'm around the lakes region, because I was very close to being able to do a full batch. Oh, hello. Wow. I sent you flying. A full batch of mortar, which is going to be necessary if I make yet another refractory furnace. Chasing you is probably a bad idea. Oh, how that went right over your head. Fine. You get to escape for now, because I'm hungry. Oh, did I just find fire clay? That is baller. Oh. Oh. Okay, you're a sow. Well, you're food. I don't know how I feel about running after a hog in known wolf-infested area, but we really do need the meat. I'm quite low on meat back at base, apart from the 2 crocs I have. Dog treats for the little one. So it looks like, yeah. Alright, cool. That's a very fine goal, and I think that will help a lot in terms of the pacing of the series, so. Yeah, there was definitely predators in this area. Doubly confirmed. So if I am to make some more fire clay, because I've had zero luck in searching for it, and I don't think that my luck's going to change anytime soon, we are going to want to grab really as much flint as I can manage to grab. I'm also probably going to want some more... oh, that I'm not getting attacked. I'm just hungry. I'm also probably going to want some more anthracite at some point, because of the amount of anthracite we'll have to burn up just for the flint. And I'll do the same. I don't know about doing the same micromanagement for flint. I think I'm just going to, like, set fuel and set and forget. Because trying to micromanage the max amount of flint that we can get per fuel just takes so much of my attention. It's not really worth doing, I don't think. So once I get a good meal in me, I'm going to take a closer look at the map to try to determine roughly how far the res archive is. But I don't think it's that far off. It was closer than I thought it would be. Ooh, perfect. I had mentioned I wanted shells. Oh, my inventory's full. I have also marked, was this? I had marked down one other shell. That I saw near the base that I can grab for the lime. Looks to be about 2,000 blocks or so. Well, I could get my XY chords. It's negative 1,000. Uh-oh, that's a wolf. Not this time, little dude. Even your bushmeat. My stomach is sad noises. Oh, this was the wolf that I heard howling like right outside the base. I don't know if it's the only one, but it's definitely one of the wolves that have been making a whole bunch of noise at night. Good to be cleaning up my own backyard. Something's going on with my coffee mug. It's open and coffee isn't coming out. How is this possible? I'm so confused. So the acidity in this meal sucks, because it was just like turnips, which is why you hear all those hunger noises. Luckily now I have a fair bit of food items to satiate me. Ooh, looks like wind is high. Those sails are spinning. Hang on, I gotta solve this problem. What is the hell is going on? I don't know. So my XY chords is negative 740. And the res archive is... Okay, it's about 5,000 cells away? Yeah. A little more, almost 6,000. Could be farther. So, I'm pleased that it wasn't, like, way far away, I guess. Okay. So current priority right now is to build a second steel furnace. Furnace. There we go. Wow. Words. I'm going to put the map of the monster loot. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.